Looks like we're live. Anybody subscribe to my page? That's the way to break my heart.
I have a new page. Oh yeah, I got it right here.
USF researchers are.
Yep.
Yeah. Testing. All right, we good. All right. Shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. First off and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory be unto
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, HaKadosh.
Double honors to the apostles, a great millstone, salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. GMS Chicago, Tuesday night class, coming at you with a live sit down. Today's lesson, and somebody give me Romans 16 and 17, we'll start with that.
6 to 17. This is the book of Romans, chapter 16, verse 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses.
Right, Paul said, I beg of you. That's what beseech means. I beg of you, brethren, to do what?
Mark them which cause divisions and offenses, contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them.
Right, avoid them. Go around them. Fuck them. No, I ain't gonna have no debate with you, none of that. Avoid them. But I will correct you because the scriptures just told us to mark them. Which is, I believe that mark goes to Scopeo, right?
Yeah.
Right? Turn that eye upon them and look on them. And look upon them and mark them. Let the world know. How does it go in Micah? Him that serveth the Most High, him that serveth them not. So we got to let the people know who's actually serving Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and who's not, according to the doctrine that's being pushed. All right? That's why Yahushua told his disciples what? Beware of the leaven of the Pharisees. You got to beware of their doctrine, man. All right? You had something, brother? Go ahead.
This is John 4 and 4. It says, ye are of Yahweh, your children. So like, it's like 6. 1 John 4 and 6. We are of Yahweh. He that knoweth Yahweh heareth us. He that is not of Yahweh heareth not us. Hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error.
Yeah. So, hey, Isaiah 8 and 20.
To the Law and Testimony.
To the Law and Testimony. If it don't be according to those words, ain't no light in them, man. Precept must be upon precept here a little and there a little. And the thing that we're going to touch today is Fope saying that Esau, Edom, is a black man, or is black. That's not true. What's the point of somebody get Job 9 and 24? He covered the faces of the judges thereof. When you look at every prominent figure in history, for the most part, that were Israelites, you had something called the Renaissance, which they whitewashed, what was it, iconoclasm, all right, all our pictures. Therefore, you have sexual Borgias, posing as the son of the Most High, all right? You got the Most High looking like a white man himself, all right? Listen, if Esau Edom was a black man, all those pictures would be black.
Right. If I may.
Go ahead, huh?
First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 48.
Oh, there you go.
And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. You know, so the heathen came into play, like the brother brought out iconoclasm, which is to destroy basically the picture itself. They changed it. They changed all the images of, you know, the Lord.
Changed the truth into a lie.
Into a lie, kind of. And that's why today we have all these images of Cesare Borgia as JC. You know, when people recognize as JC, right? But when you read the scriptures, it tells you the Lord's a dark-skinned man with woolly hair. That doesn't match up with the scriptures. With the scriptures describe and the painting of Cesare Borgia.
Right.
You know?
So when you read Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judge thereof. If not, go ahead.
This is Job chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So off that alone, the wicked is ruling the earth. Who's the richest motherfuckers on planet Earth?
face on the money.
Exactly. See, render to Caesar what is Caesar's.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever fucking face is on the goddamn money. And more importantly, who runs the fucking world? So-called Jewish bankers, Oppenheimers, Rothschilds, Rockefellers. They ain't, last time I checked, they ain't black. They ain't brown skinned. Alright? They got leprosy, according to the Bible. Okay? That's who's running the world. Who sits on the world in the reserves, in the world banks? Not no dark skinned man. Alright? It's the Edomites, man.
Hey, who sets the beauty standard? Why do they say blonde hair, blue eyes is what's
Right.
beautiful? No,
Right.
If they were so-called Negro, black, how they say it, why are they saying that to be the beauty standard?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Right. If I made just a quote from Winston Churchill, it says, "History is written by the victors." You know, so like Job 9:24, you know, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, and you know Malachi 1:4 tells you who the wicked is. It's Esau, Edom, right?
Which is thy sword,
Yep.
like
In
Psalm, who's the Psalms
7 or 15 or something.
kind.
12,
It says, deliver me from the wicked, which is thy sword. Who blessing was the sword?
or 17, 12.
We could get that. Go ahead.
It says, he covered the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Right. So if this man ain't doing it, who the fuck is he?
Right.
Who is the wicked? And that Job wasn't talking about wicked Israelites. That was talking about the wicked. Esau, Edom. And Esau, Edom has a depiction. He came out red all over like a hairy garment. Go
Because it goes back to what the brother had brought up, you know, because he said that he covered the face, the images. You know, it said he covered the face of the judges above. Who are the true judges? The so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans. And ultimately, Yahweh Shem Shah.
Shit, I don't see Frederick Douglass for no goddamn money. I don't see none of that, man. I don't see no so-called Negroes running the world. It says his snout, what is it? His look was more snout.
Stout.
Snout. Yeah, and we seen what Trump literally did that, man. I don't see no dark-skinned niggas over there in the UN or in NATO. I don't see it. So how can you say Esau Edom is a black man? That's not biblically correct. That's not spiritually correct. And it's totally wrong. But what's funny is, now I got a name drop. You got niggas like Nazariah that be keying with this nigga. Oh, ha, 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 ha. Oh, yeah. Good build, brother. You're supposed to correct that nigga on that shit, man. But see, you a nigga who don't like to talk about Esau Edom yourself. Because apparently Esau Edom is irrelevant to you niggas. So this nigga saying Esau Edom is black, and I'll give you some history. Going back to the garden, that tree, that serpent, it was a dark-skinned man. Right? There was no such thing as leprosy. Leprosy didn't come on the scene to Cain, slew his brother, and the Lord placed a mark upon him. And it wasn't no God, it wasn't no symbol. Right? He changed his skin color. So when the people seen him, they looked at him weird. Right? It was leprosy, which is yellow, thin hair, and reddish white skin. Esau came out what color? Red.
Red like a hairy garment.
They never said nothing about their brother Jacob. Because Jacob came out looking regular. Normal.
Well, it
That's
says,
why they didn't describe it.
Go ahead.
no, it says plain. When you go into that word plain, it means perfect.
Right, plain. Shit, nigga, I got melanin in my skin.
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm cool. And when you go into the table of nations, all those people on the except Esau Edom has melanin. That's why they call the Chinaman the yellow man. He has some type of melanin in his skin also. Matter of fact, you go up to those mountains, a lot of those Asians are darker, some of them are darker than us. Okay? The East Indians, Elam, right? Some of them are very dark skinned. Okay? But Esau Edom came out a particular way. That mark of Cain has not left the nation of Esau Edom and never will. But on the flip side, you have wheat and tares. Because I got to give you the balance to it. Right? You do have dark-skinned Edomites that do exist. Because Esau Edom, in one of the slavery days, right, popped and raped our women and still kept those children that he had with these women in slavery. So they came up. But you know who's going to separate them? The angels, like the scriptures say. So that's up to Yahweh Bashim Shai and the angels, how that's going to get worked out. All right? So yeah, you have dark-skinned Edomites, but as a totality, the whole nation of Esau, Edom is not black at all, whatsoever. Go ahead.
This is Genesis 25, we start at verse
Wow.
23. And Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Right. What are you reading out the blue letter? Click nations. Because Gawanian just means people. That's it. Because the Lord calls us Gawanian. We're a nation. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is for Hawaiian. It says nation, people, people. Usually are not these people. It says of Abraham, of Israel, Saul, and Locust, animal.
Right. So it says usually not, not an Israelite, but that word really just means nation, people. All right. That's it. A flock of a certain nation. But it says what? There were two completely different nations in her womb that were separated. Okay? Because when you go back into Genesis, he said, thy serpent seed and thy woman's seed shall have enmity. He shall bite thy heel, but the righteous seed shall basically bruise the head. Right? And when you look at how Esau and Jacob was actually born, that was symbolic. And there was a certain reason behind that. And you can find that reason, all right, in 2nd Esdras. And we can get that. Because the ending of Esau, who's ruling? Esau, Edom, is the beginning of it that follows, which is our kingdom. Last time I checked, the people that's in rulership have leprosy. They're called Edomites. All right, go ahead.
Just by the characteristics alone, how the scriptures describe Esau, Edom.
It's hunter in the field.
Yeah.
They were, hey, like it's these. Their last name is Robinson. What is it? They used to hunt ducks. They got rich as hell off of duck hunting. What is it called? Oh shit! Matter of fact, who got the internet real quick? I gotta get
Duck Dynasty.
There you go, my nigga. Duck Dynasty. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, what was they known for? Nothing but hunting. They got the army fatigue on. They blended in with the goddamn trees and shit. Esau is a cunning hunter. That's a trait of Esau Edom. Okay? His blessing was what?
Sword.
The fucking sword. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Okay.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
Who came out first?
Yep. And
Go.
when the days were to be when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment.
Somebody get the word reddish. Look up that scripture.
Reddish?
Because it goes into leprosy. Now you have something called, you got clean leprosy, which Esau Edom is the clean leper. He's just a wicked motherfucker. And then you have unclean leprosy, which will be somebody getting the disease. Okay, as far as, what do they call it? What do Esau Edom call it on this side? It's not a
Vitiligo.
Yeah, how you say it? Vitiligo?
Vitiligo.
Vitiligo. My Uncle Ruckus. I got the opposite. Revitiligo. I turn black. But that's what
I got an etymology.
Go ahead. I'm sure.
For reddish, it say resembling the color of blood, or cherries, or tomatoes, or rubies.
Esau, you're translucent. You can see the blood blush through the skin. Right? Hey, what they call it? Rednecks.
Say scarlet.
Scarlet colored beast. Alright? This Edomite, man. This red dragon. Alright? Listen, Esau Edom is identified, man. He ain't black. Do you have black Edomites? Yes. But hey, majority of Esau, Edom is shit. I believe it's fucking. They got leprosy. It's just simply that.
Edom means red. Name is-
Oh yeah, the name is the wild. Hey, Shalom. that's Edom itself
Yeah.
means that, man. As a matter of fact, we could get that because it says Esau is the father of the Edomites, which Esau means wasted away is he. What was wasted away? His pigmentation. Right? The same thing that happened to Cain. And that's how we know Cain is Esau coming back in the reincarnation. He came back with the fucking same mark. Alright? Go ahead.
It says, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took on his heel, and
Make sure y'all get that second address.
took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And that's it. That's all it says about Jacob. It doesn't say he came out this and he came out that. It just says he came out and he took on his heel. Because Jacob came out what? Normal like everybody else, which is what? Dark skin, melanated skin.
A plain man, he's perfect.
Perfect.
A man that attends, and he just want to sit in the crib, chill, and a simple man.
Okay, verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man.
Now check this out. I'm going to dive a little deep real quick. So Esau was a cunning hunter. We know his blessing was the sword. And even what, Tubal, what was it? Tubal came, what does that mean? Traveling weapon or something like that? I forget. But he was a cunning hunter, all right? He was a man of the field, which Esau loves the outdoors. He got all his outdoor equipment and things of that nature. What do they call it? Open season, right? There's shit. A lot of people getting ready for open season, hunting, all right? And when you hunt, you don't supposed to hunt for sport like Esau do. You hunt to kill and feed your family or clothing or things of that nature, right? That's why you hunt. Right. And so he was a man of the field. And spiritually the field is considered the world. Esau's a worldly man. Jacob ain't like that for the most part. Right? And I'm talking about not these wicked Israelites. I'm talking about Israelites that have some sort of spiritual eye. Jake don't be, the ones that's spiritual don't really be into the world and shit like that. Esau is about the world. Esau is about money. He's about wickedness. He's about all of it. He's about wickedness in totality. Lies. Deceive. And he said the cunning hunter. What does it say in Psalms? The wicked is like a crouching lion in the lurking places. Right. In the lurking places. Right? So that's a cunning hunter. A lion is a very cunning hunter. Okay? Go ahead.
And Jacob was a plain man born in the tents.
It says here on Google, Tubal Cain is a person mentioned in the Bible in Genesis 4:22, known for being the first blacksmith. He is stated as the forger of all.
What the hell do you think he was making?
Right.
Wasn't
His blessing.
Right. Go ahead.
He is stated as the forger of all instruments of bronze and iron. And, that goes into Genesis 27:40. His blessing was the sword.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he rules.
By the force of the sword, man. Oh, destroying mountain. All right? The hammer of the earth. This is Esau Edom we're talking about. Last time I checked, a lot of you niggas don't know how to shoot.
Right.
A lot of you niggas ain't skilled in weaponry and things of that nature. A lot of you niggas are just good at niggerism. That's it. When it comes to hunting, and because to be a man in the field, you gotta know how to survive. You got niggas. Go watch Man vs. Wild. You know that's Esau Edom. That was his blessing. This nigga know the world inside and out. But he chooses to be wicked. And I'm not saying Jake don't know certain shit. But Esau Edom, hey, the Lord didn't call this man wiser than the children of light for no reason, man. Okay? Wiser than Daniel, yeah, come.
Daniel was one of the wisest.
One of the wisest. Come. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6. And I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says, and he said unto me from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau,
Take this nigga down. Go ahead.
And it says,
Now, let me make a point. These niggas hated each other so much. So much. First of all, we already know what Genesis says. It should be enmity between the two seeds. They was getting down in the womb. Now in the womb, you're supposed to be asleep. That's the pleasure to come to sleep. You're supposed to knocked out. God, this wicked ass nigga, and he was vexed. This fucking motherfucker next to me. Alright? Go ahead.
and it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed it.
So, after Satan was bound for 1,000 years, he came back out. What color was those people who took down the Morenos and Moors? What color were those people? What color was the people that put these Negroes in captivity? When you read Deuteronomy 28:68, when you read Jeremiah 17:4, it said we should serve our enemies. What color is the enemies that we serve? Was they black? And really, that's the cut. I could really end the video right there. Was our captives on this side black or white when we was in hardcore slavery? No. They were red, like the Bible described them. And you got niggas out, like, listen, a lot of you niggas are clowns and fools, man, and the Lord is going to render you your due justice. Our job is just here to correct the fucking doctrine that you're spewing out that's not right. Because guess what? That nigga next to you, that nigga Nick, he ain't going to correct you. Because as long as all these other camps are against the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and I ain't going to really say GMS, I'm going to just say the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because we have brothers that believe in the doctrine, but that you know, don't claim GMS, which is just the title, right? You niggas come up against us just to come up against us. But when it's schisms within your shit, y'all don't correct each other. Y'all don't say shit. And that scripture I told you to send, can you read that real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 12, verse 25. That there should be no schism in the body, but that the members should have the same care one for another.
So that's right. That means you don't care for the goddamn sheep. Because you would have corrected Fope on that. You would have pulled him to the side. You would have did, after you was 18, like you like to quote. Nah, brother, that ain't right. I don't like the bad. But you niggas just be so keying because GMS is wrong on reincarnation. GMS is wrong on 2/3. GMS is wrong on that. GMS is wrong on this. Obviously, what that nigga saying is completely off. And that's a nigga who don't believe in reincarnation, which I know you got that doctrine from him, and you started to believe in that. So now, are you going to start believing that Esau, Edom is black? Now, once again, disclaimer, I'm not saying you don't have dark-skinned Edomites out there, because you do. Just like you have Israelites with leprosy. Okay? I mean, hey, it's a two-way street. But the mass majority of these Edomites, especially in prominent positions that's ruling the world, they ain't dark-skinned. Trust me, they ain't fucking dark-skinned. How many presidents we had?
I think we're like at 40-something, 48.
I think okay, he was 44, 46. Good, I'm glad I got that shit right there. Obama was 44, Trump was 45th, and he got this half-dead nigga who was 46. Out of 46 of the presidents, only one was dark-skinned, and he was a Hamite.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the kings of Babylon ain't dark-skinned. Trust and believe that. The kings of Rome weren't dark-skinned. When you got to the whole, let me give you history. When you got to the Holy Roman Empire, Marcus Aurelius and them, what was it, the 7 good emperors, right there was Jake for the most part, man. But, man, Esau Edom is exactly what the Lord said he is. He's red. You had something right now?
This is Isaiah 25:7. And he will destroy in this mountain the base of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
So, a lot of the world don't know that the Chinese and all that, Japanese, and the Lord is destroying that. And you know how he's doing that? He's hewing it down by the prophets, like the scriptures say. Right?
Mouthpiece.
His mouthpiece. So wait, these are the same niggas that oh, the 12 tribe sign ain't right. We know we Israelites, but we don't know what tribe we are, but we know who the fuck the heathen is? That don't make sense. How the hell we don't know the exact tribes we're from, which a lot of things are according to faith, all right? We bounce off the spirit, like I'm dark skinned, but Lord knows I'm a Reubenite. Can't nobody tell me no different. Unless the Lord said, no, you ain't no Reubenite. But I'm pretty sure I am a Reubenite.
Yeah.
All right? But how the hell we know we're Israelites, but we don't know the other, we know the other nations, but we don't know the nations of Israel or where we came from. Of course we know we all scattered. That's what the Bible says. But shit, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom were oppressed together in a certain place. And it wasn't ancient Babylon, it was New Babylon. And the people that ruled this New Babylon weren't dark-skinned. When we came over here in the late 1400s, 1500s, you know who's on those ships guiding us over here, leading us over here? It was crackers.
Oh, can I back you up right
Go
here?
ahead.
Please, please. This is perfect. The source is from The Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews, Volume 1, Dr. Seymour B. Liebman. The ships were not only owned by Jews, the Huishes, but were manned by Jewish crews and sailed under the command of Jewish captains. The next one is
I wonder why. Because they knew a little of the language and things of that nature, like Columbus. They brought Hebrew and Turtles.
Right.
They knew exactly who they coming to conquer.
Oh, absolutely. There's another one. There's, again, The Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews, Volume 1. Besides their important position in the sugar industry and in tax farming, they dominated the slave trade. The buyers who appeared at the auctions were almost always Jews, the Huishes, the Amalekites. If it happened that the date of such an auction fell on a Jewish holiday, the auction had to be postponed. Right? There's two more. Jewish merchants played a major role in the slave trade. In fact, in all the American colonies, whether French, British, or Dutch, Jewish merchants frequently dominated. The Jews of Suriname were also foremost in the suppression of the successive Negro revolts from 1690 to 1722. These, as a matter of fact, were largely directed against them as being the greatest slaveholders of the region. And this is all in the secret relationship between blacks and Jews. All right, which Deuteronomy 28:68 tells you about the slave trade, man. That we would return to Egypt, the house of bondage. But the brother quoted right here in Jeremiah 50:33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah, both southern and northern kingdom, and all that were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go, and we're here today.
We're here to this day, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We're under,
So if that was ancient Babylon, that means we need to be over there in Iraq right now for that to be true.
That's right.
Which is impossible. This is talking about a new Babylon, which is mystery Babylon.
Yeah.
That's right, that ain't the Vatican. I mean, this is going off on everything. But whatever, we just go to Romans 16 and 17, and that's it. All right, anything else? Oh, give me, what was it? Esau is the father of the Edomites, basically. Because that word Edom does go into red. It should be like Genesis, is it 32 or something? It's 36?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Genesis chapter 36 and verse, I'll start at 8. It says, thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir.
Father of the Edomites. Mount Seir. If that's the case, in 70 AD, why we just didn't stay in Rome? We were just blended with the goddamn Romans if they was all fucking black.
Yeah.
Why did we go to the interiors of Africa? You niggas are fools, man.
We've already knocking on noses
Right, why?
and changing the hair and all that.
Yeah.
I got one.
Go ahead, Doc.
This is Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide them.
Mm.
So because of the
Wait, did this second that say that son, that man?
I got it right here.
Yeah, I call him the son of sin, but that's exactly what he is. He is the son of sin.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. This is on 2 Thessalonians chapter 2.
Damn, that's the spirit. You already had it. Shit, go
2
ahead.
Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. It said, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, which we have, we fell away from our heritage. And it say, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
He's the son of destruction, man.
And lately, what has been happening? Mainly with us, but even other people are exposing Esau Edom for his work. More and more information keeps coming out of the wickedness this man has done throughout the whole world.
His skirt is up.
You know, hey, so much that they're now coming out with a movie called Karen. You know?
What is it
Karen.
called?
Karen.
Who?
Karen.
Karen?
Like
No,
Karen.
Karen, like the woman complaining
Oh,
on the
wait.
They're coming out with a movie.
Wait.
Coming out with a movie called Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, that's how heavily he's being exposed.
Shit.
yeah.
I gotta watch that shit. God. Go ahead.
Verse 4. He said, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God, whether it is worship, so that he as God, sitting in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Which is what? That nigga made all these pictures. Oh, he's the Most High. He's the angels. He's the Most High Son. And all these things, man. But when it comes to the devil, he just make him a red man with horns. I don't look like that. Nah, nigga. No, you are the devil.
Yeah.
All right? Go ahead.
This is Genesis 36, verse 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. When you click on H, which is Hebrew, H123, Edom, it says red. Esau is red. He is the red man on the earth today. You know, yes, like the brother mentioned, there are black or so-called dark-skinned Edomites, but for the majority, it's the man on the money, the man you see the news, the so-called Edomite, the red man.
And I was shocked to say when he said from Norwegian, rendering to Caesar what the Caesar's.
Yeah.
Alright? Caesar wasn't no goddamn Israelite. Caesar wasn't no goddamn dark-skinned person either, man. Alright? But with that, hey, you had something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's Lamentations 4:21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked. It's happening right now, being exposed. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Which is happening now. What is it? Habakkuk 2 and 16? Shameful spewing should be upon thy glory. You know?
That says is weak apes. Reach the heavens, man.
That's right.
Let the Lord smell your stinking words,
So
man.
y'all remember the iniquities. The more they forget.
Like you think the Lord forgot what color he saw Edom? No, nigga.
That's right.
The Lord didn't forget who Edomites are that's dark skinned, man. That's why it says the angels are going to separate them. The Lord didn't forget. If Esau tried to use that maneuver to hide certain Israelites, no. Fuck that shit, man.
I have
Go ahead, huh?
this 1 Corinthians 14 and 26. It
Back,
says,
back. Get the temple and go.
how
Go ahead.
is it then, brethren, when ye come together, every one of you had a song, had a doctrine, had a tongue, had a revelation, had an interpretation, that all things be done unto edifying.
Man, and what y'all spewing is not edifying at all. It's confusion. It's the two C's. Confusion and contention. That's the only reason why y'all preach, man. I'll read it right there. You got something?
No.
Come on. And so with that, we're going to say all praises, honor, and glory be unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Double honors to be on apostles of great mills, calling salutations to the elect wherever you may be. Shalom, Akim, Ba, Babal.
Oh.
Shalom.